Okay, so today I want to talk about what I think is one of the most versatile guitars out there that nobody describes as versatile. And that, I mean, most people think it's a one-trick pony, but it is so far from that. We are going to talk about the Gibson BB King Lucille signature. This is a 1993. I got very fortunate. This guitar is in almost brand new condition. I mean, look at the gold still. I mean, there's nowhere. This guitar is about to be 30 years old next year, and it is just absolutely flawless. This is in my personal collection. This is not something that I did not buy it to resell it, but at the same time, I'm going to talk about this. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So we're going to talk about the guitar first. So this guitar is so much more versatile than people think. It can do so many things that I wish more people would know about them. And also, and the Epiphone equivalent too. I'm going to say I'm going to give them a big shout out. I have had both models of the Epiphone, the older and the brand new that just came out. I have had both. The only reason I don't have the new Epiphone is I bought it for $1,000, and I was on eBay in the middle of the night the next day and won this one for $2,000. And if you know about these guitars, that's absolutely unheard of. And I'll go more into that later, but that's the only reason that I didn't keep the Epiphone. It was very, very good, and it will give you a great experience. But of course, this is light years better in build, quality, playability, sound. But between my Gibson versus Epiphone debate, the Epiphone did surprise me. It is close in some of the tones you'll get. They're just a little muddier, and they're zoned in to just be that. Where this is wide open, you can go anywhere. So of course it's a Lucille, so you know you've got let's do a little clean. Little neck. Blues Deluxe reissue. I don't have it up too high right now. I'm trying to be a little quiet, but okay, so there's your cleans. Absolutely beautiful. Then of course now I've got the drive and the master and everything. I've got the drive pretty low on the drive channel, but you know that's where you're getting the bridge. Middle is one of my favorites. obviously all the blues and tones, and of course, obviously there's all the baritone switching, which goes all over the place. I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but now again, with this guitar, let's punch it up a little. So, you know, now let's give it that like heavy classic rock type thing. In 3 different keys there, but you know what I mean, that's I'm not playing to a track or anything like that. So you know, you're wide open. I'm just going through the you know, the Blues Deluxe, which is not at all that kind of a sounding amp. But let's go over to the Marshall and let's get it into the let's get that Marshall. If you don't think you can shred on a BB King Lucille, you are absolutely dead wrong. Wow, I'm way off that. Yeah, it's gonna do a lot more than just play blues. Easily, extremely, and again, I didn't get into the baritone, which will get you so many more tones. You know, you really have some really cool switching in here that will get you some like. Let me see, you know what? Let's do a couple things. what's cool is I'm still on the same. I mean, you can be live, and I can, you know, if I want to have a different sound for a different song and keep myself in drop D for, you know, some of the thicker things. I mean, once I switch this back to full. And maybe I want to do something a little more classic. So, in my opinion, this guitar will do way more than you think it will. It's like having a Les Paul, as well as having a 335, but of course, because you don't have the F holes, you know, which does reduce the feedback tremendously. And the baritone, you can stay on like that thick sound and also get something a little thinner, a little more trebly, just through this baritone switch. Now the baritone switch in the clean section, I absolutely hate. I don't like the sounds, a lot of the sounds that it gives me in the clean section when I'm in a nice full clean. Because some of those sounds I was doing that they didn't give it justice. It'll get really thin on the clean. You know what? I might just do it for 2 seconds. So, next position. Also a huge volume drop. Third position. Look how thin that is, and it actually just gets worse. And then the final. Oh, sorry, one more. And the last one. So they're kind of similar as they go, but so, you know, no volume change. Big difference, but it works well with the distortion. So anyway, this is a super versatile guitar that people just don't ever give it credit for. It can do a lot of things, and it will do all those things very well. Now, you're not gonna have that same feel. Like, it's bulky, so if you're trying to, you know, if you like the feel of the Les Paul and you're going, oh, this is nothing like a Les Paul. It is. I mean, it's gonna have close to the same weight. This is a little lighter. You know, this has a really 50s. This particular one has a really just under a fat 50s. Just under a fat 50s neck. It's got quite a bit of chunk to it, but not like the big fat, you know, classic fat 50s necks. It's just a little less than that. It is quite a thick neck. I mean, the rest of it is all, you know, for the most part, all your Gibson Les Paul similarities. These are 490ER and 490Ts or whatever they're called. You know what I mean? I mean, they've been using the name in the custom shop, I mean, Les Paul Customs forever. You know, all your controls are exactly the same. You just gain the baritone, and I mean, you know, the radius and everything, I'm pretty sure it's the same. I don't know. And that, you know, seem a little bit bigger of a Gibson headstock, I think, on this. But again, oh, you'll get so much out of this. This is one of my favorite guitars. I can easily do a whole gig on this, and it won't even come close. and especially like I wish I had something turned up a little bit, but it really doesn't feed back that much when like if you want to drop D and play something real hard and really thicken up your sound, like it will do it. It will handle it with absolute ease. It will not disappoint you whatsoever. So, this is these, in my opinion, are an absolute must-have to any collector or any player. I know that they're stupid expensive, so that's kind of what came down. I got this for $2,000 in the middle of the night on eBay. I was super cautious because I didn't believe it was going to be real. So I put it on a credit card. Don't use your bank account because getting that money back is impossible. I put it on a credit card in case this thing came south and it wasn't what it was, or if it was a scam. I could just, you know, it's easier to get your money back from your credit card company than your bank. That's lesson number one that I learned a long time ago. Also, at the same time, it sounded too good to be true. The guy had never sold anything. It was coming from Alaska. It took like a month. It took him like 10 days just to even actually ship it. And I'm messaging with him, and I'm like, "Hey man, like if this is a fraud, if this is a scam, I've got it, whatever." So, you know, I get the guitar, and it's absolutely perfect. So I'm thinking it's a fake. And I open up all the controls, and I took off the back plate here, and I took out the pickups, and of course, you know, I know my guitars, and I have. My father had a few of these come and go when I was younger, and I always wanted one. He never really quite liked them, but this is an absolute lead player guitar. This is meant for lead, in my opinion, and that's something I did a little more than him. But especially too, like back then, like this is all mother of pearl. This is not acrylic. They really put the effort into these Lucilles. They really make them like they really should be custom shop, but they're not considered custom shop. And oh man, this is one of my absolute favorites, and this happened to be just the deal of the century. I mean, I've had people offer me over $5,000 for this guitar, and I just refuse to sell it because it's not even about how much I paid for it. It's about that I always wanted one, and this is pristine. You go look for a 1990s. Go look for a 2000s. They're beat. These things get beat up. I guess the guys who get them, they want to be that traveling bluesman going from gig to gig, and they mean it, and they hit these hard. But this kind of condition is literally almost unheard of. Not even, the binding is even just stark white. It's not even, there's not a single amount of aging. This is like a brand new guitar. I know, I'm bragging, I'm sorry. This is mine, I love it, and it's for me. And also one of the other dead giveaways, I don't know if it'll show up. Not quite. You get this like, it almost looks like a decal peeling all around the Gibson mother of pearl inlay, but that's like just something that is extremely common with aging Gibsons, and it's something that really helps you know that it's the real deal. Is you will get this, it almost looks like a sticker peeling, but it's not. It's just kind of some of the lacquer kind of chipping a little bit around the Gibson logo and the Lucille logo, but yeah, there's zero fretwear, nothing. This is 100% Gibson. And I couldn't rave about this guitar anymore if I tried. Yeah, you can do so much with it. So I won't ramble on, but if you're in the market, or if you have any questions about these or anything that I can do or answer, yes, this will do everything, and you can do so many styles of music on this. Especially with the last thing I'll say, like, you notice how thin I was getting. You can get some really twangy, interesting sounds out of this, even if you have to throw in a few country songs into your set. You know, like me, like I said, we're gonna play everything from Journey to Fall Out Boy, so I like having that versatility. This is it. It's not talked about enough. This is, in my opinion, the most versatile guitar out there. Thanks for watching.